Over the centuries, miracles of Jesus' presence in the Eucharist have been documented, and for the first time, a Vatican-sanctioned exhibit devoted to these miracles has come to Western Massachusetts, on display at St. Elizabeth of Hungary Parish in North Adams. The inspiration behind the Eucharistic miracles of the world? A teenage boy from Milan, Italy, who unfortunately died before he could see his dream come to fruition in Catholic parishes around the globe. Steve KILTONIC tells us more.
On April 6, the Vatican International Exhibition of the Eucharistic Miracles of the World went on display at St. Elizabeth of Hungary Parish in North Adams. This is the first time it has been seen in Western Massachusetts, having already visited over 3,000 parishes around the globe. It made its way to the city of Steeples through the efforts of parishioner and religious education teacher Debbie Pickering. Some of her confirmation students expressed doubt that Jesus is truly present in the Eucharist, and Pickering wanted to do something to make them believe. After some research, she found out about the exhibition online.
It got me thinking that this would be a very important thing to bring to our parish, and especially for the Children in Our Faith Formation program, to see examples of these miracles that show that Jesus truly is present in the Eucharist even when we don't see it.
The exhibit includes 153 panels that depict the 152 Eucharistic miracles that have occurred throughout the world in over 20 countries. The panels allow the viewer to virtually visit the places where the miracles have taken place. The exhibition is available free of charge for anyone to download the photographs, historical descriptions, and maps from a DVD. Fortunately for St. Elizabeth's, a Tewksbury Mass couple had already created the posters and stands and were happy to let Pickering borrow the material. They went another step further and drove the posters up to North Adams to set it up in the parish hall gym. The brainchild behind the exhibition was a young boy from Milan, Italy, Carlos Acutis. Acutis was a typical boy in many respects. He loved sports and animals. In another sense, he was very different. Acutis was extremely religious and devoted at a very young age to Jesus and the Eucharist, saying, "The Eucharist is my highway to heaven." A computer whiz kid, at age 11, Acutis began 3 years of research into the Eucharistic miracles of the world. He did all the programming and developed a website for the material with the ultimate goal to teach the faith to people. Carlos's hope was that
people heard about these miracles, that they would truly believe that Jesus was present in the Eucharist, and that would fill our churches, and people would be lining up to receive Jesus in the Eucharist.
To be always close to Jesus, that's my life plan, Acutis remarked. Unfortunately, his life plan on earth would be short, only 15 years. In 2006, Acutis died from leukemia, never seeing his dream come to fruition fully in Catholic parishes around the world. Carlos's mother took up her son's mission, creating the posters and, since his death, adding more miracles as they were recognized by the Church. Lanciano, Italy, was where the first and oldest miracle took place. In 750 AD, a monastic priest expressed doubt that Jesus was present in the Eucharist.
One day when he was celebrating Mass, when he said the words of consecration, he noticed that the bread changed to flesh and the wine had changed to blood. And he repented right there, and the whole congregation also witnessed it. It was kept on display for centuries, just exposed to the elements.
In the 1970s, the samples were extensively examined scientifically.
They discovered that the flesh was true human flesh, specifically human heart tissue. The blood was human blood, the AB blood type, which has been shown to be on the Shroud of Turin. Every time they test them, have the characteristics as if they were drawn fresh from a live human being that day. So they can't explain that either.
In most of the documented miracles, the Eucharist has been turned into real flesh and blood. The miracles on display are categorized by countries. Italy has the most miracles, 29. While Spain and France have also miracles in double figures, while countries like Croatia, Portugal, Colombia, and India have just one. In India, Jesus' face appeared on the Eucharist during adoration. In addition, there are stories of saints who have lived for many years by consuming only the consecrated Eucharist, as well as other saints' miraculous experience with Holy Communion. Animals also recognized Jesus' presence in the Eucharist when humans didn't.
This peasant was using cattle to pull the plow, and they stopped in their tracks, and they refused to move no matter what he did. And then they knelt down on the ground, and the peasant saw that there was a glowing light. And when he went to check out what the light was, he found the pyx with the consecrated host.
In his Sunday homily, Father Dariusz Rudarski spoke about a more recent miracle that took place in Poland, where a dropped host turned into flesh.
The histopathological tissue fragments were found containing fragmented parts of the skeletal muscle, most similar to the heart muscle.
It is a beautiful phenomenon to experience and for us to learn because it deepens our faith.
Father Rudarski said each phenomenon is investigated by a local diocesan committee established by a bishop. Based on the scientific evidence, it is presented to the bishop and the Vatican for review before being declared a miracle. Many of the miracle's churches become Eucharistic sanctuaries or shrines of the Eucharistic miracle once approved by the Church.
At times, people have to be jolted with reality, and I think the Eucharistic miracles emphasize the need, or perhaps it's a beautiful witness that this is a beautiful reality, it's a mystery, and it's still part of who we are and what we are.
Rudarski and Pickering hope people make the effort to stop by the exhibit and learn something about their Catholic faith.
I think God gives us these miracles to increase everyone's faith. I think they're very inspiring, and it gives you a different perspective. When you go to Mass, you're really receiving Jesus in the Eucharist. Even if it does not look like flesh, does not look like blood, it truly is. Even though we can't see it, that's what God tells us, and that's the truth.
For Real to Real, I'm Steve Kiltonic.